What's going on? First day in Atlanta, January 9th. For those of you who are new, this is our daily journal for Wally's World. I'm in Atlanta, and I'm headed to the office here, Trilith Studios. So today, I'll do a little brief history on the studio, kind of show around, not inside, and show you a little cool community that's getting built over there. Time to hit that road and start this new venture. Let's start moving. Let's head out there. Okay, so now we're in. I worked all morning, and now I'm meeting a buddy for lunch. Across the street into like this, I don't know what to call it other than like it's like the studio village, I guess. It's where a lot of retail stores are and restaurants. Which is funny because when this first thing was built, it was almost nothing here. Well, I wouldn't even say almost. It was literally nothing around. So we always had to like drive at least 10 to 20 minutes away. So having something literally across the street is kind of funny. I'm still getting used to. All right, let's see what's going on. I don't care, Sabby. Okay.
I think it's a ghost. You're buying though.
Of course I am. Did you hear that? I'm buying. What the hell? All right, I'm gonna go eat real quick, and then I'll show you guys around a little bit later. Got Iron Man here. That's pretty cool. So this is Trilith Studios. Where I'm working. Interesting part about Trilith, used to be formerly Pinewood Studios. This used to be basically nothing. Used to be filled. Now there's a whole community here. It's like a little village. There's a hotel, a bunch of restaurants, shops, gyms, theater, outdoor amphitheater. They're currently building huge estates of homes of various types. Sometimes they filmed in that little community. All the residents were warned prior to buying the property here. It's crazy. So the cool thing about Trilith is a lot of huge pictures were filmed here. A lot of Marvel movies like Ant-Man, Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame, just to name a few. Real cool stuff. I remember one time walking in the studio, I was on the phone and I lost my train of thought because I literally just walked past Guardians of the Galaxy ship. Pretty crazy. It was actually pretty cool. So here is Trilith Guest House. It's the new hotel owned by the Marriott Properties. It's just so crazy because I remember a time where there was literally nothing here. So this is open to the public. You can come in and park and enjoy all the restaurants here. It's not strictly just for studio people. And it's in Fayetteville, Georgia. Enzo, a really good restaurant that I ate for lunch today. Amici, pretty good pizza there. So as you can see, there's a lot of shops, various restaurants. Boutique shops, basically a little bit of everything. There's parking over there. There's a little bookshop, an ice cream shop, and a sushi bar. There's a little sports bar here. And then there's another craft beer bar. That place is pretty good. So there's new construction happening. And these are some of the bigger homes. Estate mansions and $600 to $400 million. Crazy in Georgia. That's insane. There's a little, what's that? I think it's a donut shop. So there's a cinema. That's new. I wasn't here before. It's so crazy. Nothing was here. Now it has all this stuff. You can have a Trilith experience. It's like a gym right there. So they got this little park. And then there's that gym. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty crazy. Like I was saying, so Trilith, the current name of the studio, was formerly Pinewood. About, I forget when they changed their name, but at least what year they did it in. But originally, this studio was Pinewood Studios of Atlanta, and Pinewood Studios in the UK. I guess you would call it a franchise, but helped build the studio here. I believe Dan Cathy from Chick-fil-A is part owner. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I think he was involved in the beginning as well. But anyways, Pinewood in the UK is an older, well-established studio. Their version of like Paramount here or Warner Brothers. It has that caliber of history. But in Europe, to make a long story short, the name here was Pinewood, and I guess maybe they dropped it because they didn't want to pay for any more, kind of like a franchise. So they ended up dropping partnerships with Pinewood Studios, creating Trilith, which is what it's called now. Just a little backstory. Like I said earlier, there was a lot of huge movies that were shot here. Endgame and Infinity War, a lot of superhero movies. Superman was shot here as well, as far as recent stuff. But the whole industry is definitely changing, and I see a lot of things out there on the internet where about Hollywood leaving and hurting, and some dumb comments where good, about rich actors and stuff like that. Yeah, they do exist, and they're of this industry. But there's a whole lot of people that are involved, especially behind the scenes, that films not being filmed here are definitely affecting. And this is kind of one of them, this community here. Obviously back home in LA for sure. But, it's not completely dependent on it. But when that studio is packed, it definitely helps hotels that you just saw, restaurants that are here, everything. There's a whole infrastructure that it affects, not rich actors, normal people, unions that work here, from IATSE, electric people and grip people and camera people, catering, set design, carpenters, all that is affected. Normal people who have been working 20 years in the business now is kind of threatened. So a lot of people don't necessarily know that or think of it, especially if you're not of this particular industry. But when you write comments like that and you're not a troll, you just don't know. Just know there's a whole lot of people that get affected by it. Pretty cool place that once upon a time was not here before. Which is pretty crazy. Yeah, so I'll be spending a lot of time here working, doing various things. I just want to kind of show you guys, if you're ever roughly in the Atlanta area, in Fayetteville, Georgia. Okay, so see if we can still do it. A couple of years ago, I could have or was able to drive around in the cool little neighborhood here. The houses are all uniquely designed. They're actually pretty cool looking. But I'm not sure if they closed that off and left it to residents, because I haven't when I was driving around at that time, it might actually have been 4 years ago. Anyways, they were still doing a lot of construction, even though there was quite a bit of houses already built and having residents living in it. They were still building quite a bit of them still. So I'm not exactly 100% sure if that has remained open. I think it should still be, because, you know, residents, I mean, it had a road, but who knows if it's gated now. I have no idea. But we're about to find out. Let's see if we can drive in. Entrance only. Okay, cool. Do you see what I mean? Like, look how cool these houses are. I mean, that's for sure. How this little community is. Haven't seen it in a long time. It's so funny now that it's fully built. So purposely, what's cool about it is, as you can notice, they're all different styles. It's kind of like a little bit of a backlot, if you will. I don't know exactly what the rules are in case production or a movie would film back here, but they definitely can. And the crazy part is that they're still not fully done with all the houses. So they're starting to finally build these bigger houses back here. It's just so crazy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that whole thing was one house. That's nuts. So they got this kind of blocked off. Well, that house looks like that one was fully built. You see what I mean? They're all uniquely different. From that one to that one. And that was done on purpose. That I know. So not all one house looks the same or cookie cutter. So they're still building back there, which is absolutely nuts. Probably the $4 million homes. I have to check that out. Maybe I'll see a movie over there just so I can look at it. That's like the amphitheater. That's like the amphitheater down there. So in the beginning, let's see if you can see it. So this property ended up being bought by Trilith. At the time, Pinewood. It's like a production center. But that was going to be a school, but it ended up never becoming a school. I think they've done a lot of remodelings. I haven't been in there in a while. It's been a second since I've been in there. I remember the very beginnings of it. I remember the beginning. It looked like a school still. It was funny. And the last time, a few years ago that I was in it, they started to kind of remodel it, and the resemblance of a school pretty much disappeared. But yeah, it was supposed to be a school because I think they were building a community here. So they built a new school but then the housing market crashed of 08, 07. You know, basically made it obsolete, and it never really became a school. And so I guess when they were buying this property for the studio, when it first got built, they basically threw that in because it wasn't going to be a school anymore. But yeah, that's interesting, funny story about that property. Well, I'm off. I think I'm gonna head back to the hotel. And hunt down some food. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay. This place is super good. If you hadn't been here before, it's really good. I usually get the barbecue chicken salad sandwich. I'm gonna go order. Okay, just ordered the barbecue chicken sandwich. And it comes with a side, so I got the loaded baked potato soup. So it's pretty good. This place is a DT, you'll see. Okay, it's pretty fast. So this is a barbecue chicken salad sandwich on white toast, toasted. It's beyond good. The texture's there, definitely the taste. I don't want to say it tastes like barbecue chips, but I guess the barbecue, the flavoring's kind of that, but just in like a chicken salad kind of style. I love this place. It's a chain. I definitely know, obviously, it being in Atlanta. I don't know if it's in another state, but they're pretty much all over the Atlanta area. And it's so good. So it comes with a side too, which I got loaded baked potato. And it's kind of like the same thing. It's really good. Got chunks of bacon, chunks of potato, it's basically just like, as it sounds, like a loaded baked potato in soup form. I don't want to say it's salted correctly, meaning that you have some of the bacon bits in it. To me, it tastes pretty much like a smashed up loaded baked potato, which is what you want in something like that. So I'm gonna finish off this food. It was a pretty long day at work. Got a lot of stuff done. Wow. This is the end of this road for this adventure. And we'll see what the next one takes us. See you guys next time. See ya.